I ran my first official half marathon a couple weeks ago. And my fuel the night before actually helped the next day's early morning race go much better than I expected. The meal is so simple that I'm almost embarrassed to share what it is, and it's so easy to make that anybody can cook it. I mean, seriously, if you've never cooked before, you can make this. Today, I'm gonna share my quick and easy half marathon meal, a super nutritious one that will give you the energy to power your way through whatever race life throws your way. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And today what we are cooking is going to be used as fuel. That was certainly my case a couple weeks ago when I ran the Cowtown Half Marathon in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. I went to the city to go run that race and it was awesome. It was a great race, lots of supportive people. We ran through the old stockyards. It was really, really cool. But this was my first such event. I wasn't sure what to expect, especially since it was early morning and in a different time zone. Now, I wasn't trying to break any records. I am definitely an amateur, but it went really well. In fact, I didn't stop once the entire race, and it was just a really, really great event. And I thank a lot of that, not just to the training, of course, that went into it, but to the fuel I had to run the race. And I will just cut to the chase. It's basically two ingredients: brown rice and lentils. Now, I know this sounds really simple, but I was inspired to make this after reading about some of the ultra runners, what they do before their race. And sure enough, this was a great, great meal before mine. Now, I know that sounds kind of plain, but I'm going to show you how to doll it up so that it tastes really, really good. It'll be something that you enjoy eating and, not just something that is kind of bland and you're eating because you have to. Now, I actually made this meal on the road while I was in Texas. I booked a hotel with a kitchenette so that I could be able to cook. And just for fun, and because it's me, I didn't bring a pan, but instead I chose to go hunt one down at a nearby Goodwill, and I struck some luck. So before we get into the cooking, let me show you what I found because I've never seen this type of pan. This is called a Youngsware, and it's just this beautiful little vintage steel pan made in America. I'm guessing it's from like the 70s or 80s. If you know anything about this pan, it's called a Youngsware. Let me know in the comments because I had never heard of this, but it's just a really nice sturdy little pan, and this is what I used to make my meal before the run, and well, it's what I'm going to use now. Of course, you can use any type of pot or pan that you like. A 2 or 3 quart pot will be really great for this. This makes about 1 healthy serving. So basically, we're just going to do a 1 cup combo of the brown rice and lentils. I like to do about 3/4 cup of brown rice. So we'll just kind of eyeball it here. And then just some basic lentils. These are just the real common kind of greenish gray lentils that you can find in any supermarket. In addition to being really, really healthy, this meal is like super cheap. I mean, this costs like cents to make. It's crazy how inexpensive this is and just the nutrients that it packs. So we've got our cup of brown rice and lentils. We're gonna throw this on the stove and get it all cooked. Okay, this couldn't be easier, and this truly is one of those, if you can boil water, you can make this dish. So we will put our rice and lentils right here in the pot. I've also got 2 cups of water, so we'll just pour this right in. We'll give it a quick stir. We're also gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm adding, I don't know, maybe just like half a teaspoon, just kind of a healthy pinch here. Then we will just turn on the stove. We'll put a lid on this and bring this up to a boil. This will take just a few minutes to reach a boil. Okay, the water is boiling, and I like to use a glass lid for this. That way you can kind of monitor it. This lid, I don't think it was original to the pan. I just kind of grabbed one that I had, so you can definitely do that. So anyways, we've got our water boiling, so we will just kind of give this a nice stir. We are going to turn the heat to very low, just to a simmer here. We will put the lid back on and we are going to let this cook until all of that water is absorbed. In this pan, it takes about 35 minutes. That's about what it's going to take, but just kind of monitor it. Again, a glass lid really helps here. So turn that heat to low, let this cook for just a little over a half hour. Then I'm going to show you how to put this meal together so that it is delicious and nutritious. And in case you're wondering, you can also make this in a rice cooker if you want something that's fully automatic. So again, same process, just dump the rice and lentils in, put in some water and salt, and use your automatic rice cooker. That's also a really good way to do this if you don't want to do it on the stove. It's been just over half an hour and all the water is absorbed, so we will kill the heat here, lift the lid, and look at that. That's exactly what you want to see, is just all that water is gone and you have these perfectly cooked brown rice and lentils. Everything is going to be just nice and done together, and this is exactly what you want to see. Now I'm going to put it together. Okay, so we will just scoop this into a bowl here. And yeah, you could eat this plain, but well, in truth, it is pretty plain tasting. But don't worry, we can easily take care of that. And to do that, we are going to use a sauce. Now I've got a variety of sauces here, everything from teriyaki and soy sauce to gochujang and sriracha. Any of these would be great on that. But what I really like is hoisin sauce. If you've never had hoisin sauce, it's kind of like a really thick teriyaki sauce. And I find that it just pairs really well with this and is just delicious. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of drizzle a healthy scoop of this hoisin sauce. Don't worry if it splatters on the bowl, that's just fine. Messiness is okay. Then finally, I chopped up some green onions. And these are going to give it a nice burst of flavor as well as a nice crunch, a nice texture of crunch. So we will just kind of sprinkle these on top. You could also use chives, you could use peppers, anything that you want to kind of give it some color and nice pop and a nice crunch. Okay, you know what's next. Let's give it a try and just kind of mix this all together. I've actually got really good memories of this. I'm telling you, it's hard to believe that something so simple can really just pack so much flavor. And more than that, so many nutrients. This is just fantastic, and I know that for me, it gave me a lot of energy to run the next day. Now, in case you're wondering, for breakfast the next day, I kept it really simple as well. I had some gluten-free toast with some peanut butter, a little bit of fruit, and then my ischiati. That is a secret energy drink from nature made with chia seeds. And I actually did a video on that, so I will link to that video in the description below in case you are wondering how to make that. But boy, between the combination of that breakfast that morning and especially this the night before, I don't know, it just made running a breeze for me. And regardless of if you are a runner or just a hard worker or whatever, or maybe just somebody looking for a really easy dish on a budget, I think this is going to work out well for you, and I do hope you try it. So let me know what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this dish. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad that you are here. Until next time, I hope you want to cook.